Alrighty, quick little video here to just show what I've been working on today. Last time I made a video, the interiors of castles were not looking very good because the lighting was sort of flickering and changing as if when you were inside it acted kind of like you were outside. So what I've figured out after some research and fiddling around there is that because I didn't have any reflection probes anywhere, effectively there's just one big default reflection probe which the whole scene uses. So as the time of day changes and we get light or dark and there's rain and fog rolls in and stuff, all of the land and everything sort of gets tinted and fogged and whatnot to reflect that. So that works really nicely. But what I found I needed to do to stop the insides getting affected by all that so strongly was I put reflection probes in each room. So each room's got a reflection probe in the middle of it, and the sort of bounding box of the reflection probe is scaled to sort of fit the room exactly. So now they're still affected by the sort of ambient light and things that are going on outside. They'll still get dark at night time and light during the daytime, but not as much. They sort of, I guess what it's doing effectively is you put the reflection probe in there and the reflection probe looks outwards and is aware that there's a ceiling here and it's sort of dark brown and there's walls and they're dark grey. And so when the ambient light changes, it takes into account that we are in a room that's, you know, brown above and grey at the sides of that. So it's not fully impacted by the sky getting lighter or things like that. So now, even when it gets rainy or goes to nighttime, etc., the interior is more protected, and so it sort of maintains more consistency. And also I've found that because of that, there's a greater contrast and sort of interesting things like light coming in windows and things like that. So when we look out here, that looks pretty cool, but in here we've got more of a still sort of nice internal dramatic sort of lighting. So I'm happy with that. I'm not sure if I've got it all completely right and whatnot, but it's definitely a big improvement. The other thing I did was I had a situation where I think I've also improved the stair model since the last video, where it's got a sort of a banister thing, and the stairs, while still not amazing, are a bit of a better shape. They're a bit smaller and they've kind of got this bit of a squarer way up. So yeah, I also had an issue where if you looked at the sun through a wall, you would sort of see a glowing effect. And that was really bothering me. So I figured out, just tweaked some settings. I don't know if I've got it exactly right once again, but I tweaked some settings so that I'm not seeing the sunlight, sort of parts of the sunlight. It's actually the volume light aspect of Enviro shining through the walls. So that's good. Now I feel like I've got a more consistent internal lighting, which means I can probably, when I get to working on the guards a bit more and their AI, I can tweak them and balance them for light and dark as per how these rooms look, and that'll be a bit more consistent. It'll still be easier to hide at night time and harder to hide during the daytime, but that's good. That's what you want. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's come out well. So more news to come soon.